Our farm here is 100 years old. This year we had an anniversary, and 4 generations now. My son came back from college 2 years ago, and now he's the 4th generation to farm on the same place. Grandpa homesteaded here in 1908. Well, this piece of equipment here is a 4-row potato harvester. We pick up 12 rows at a time. We can load a 300 sack or 30,000 pounds of potatoes about every 7 minutes when we're picking up 12 rows. When my dad first started digging potatoes, they'd dig the spuds, lay them on the ground, and have to pick them up by hand. Every single potato was back-breaking work, so it's very automated now, and we can dig a lot more potatoes, farm a little bigger acres, and not have to have the back-breaking work that my grandpa and my dad did. We'll plant in April, and as the plants start growing up out of the rows, end of May, 1st of June, then we'll come in with a operation that we call a diker, which puts little dikes down the row to keep the water from running off. We're very cognizant about water runoff, water quality, and so it helps hold the water in the soil. We live in Idaho, which is a high mountain desert, so we don't get a lot of rainfall here. We have to substitute with irrigation out of our aquifer. We're blessed with a wonderful aquifer in Idaho, and so we irrigate the potatoes and watch the disease pressures. You can see this pivot isn't running at this time, but the ability to put the exact amount of water down on the crop when it needs it. We use water measuring devices all throughout the field, so we don't overwater. We want to conserve the water that we do have and use it to the best use for the crop. Have hired a consultant who's in the field 2 times a week. We take weekly petioles to check for nutrient levels, and only the amount of fertilizer and pesticides that are required are put on. We have a good system in place to monitor those pests, and limited use of pesticides and herbicides. The blight spray that we're using now is a protectant for blight, which actually caused the Irish potato famine. We have the ability to control that mold that happens on the leaves, and these applicators have tremendous accuracy now. GPS accuracy, sub-inch accuracy by pass. We want to put the right amount of chemical in the right place at the right time, and basically saves the potatoes from having the same disease that caused the Irish potato famine back in Europe. On our farm we have a 4-year rotation. We'll rotate potatoes, sugar beets, corn, and wheat. By only growing potatoes every 4 years, it naturally holds down the weed and pest problems, and so it saves us a little money. We use less herbicides, less insecticides, less fungicides, just with a natural rotation of those 4 crops. We have to feed a hungry world out there, and a lot of people need our produce to live. We try to manage the inputs, the fertilizers and the chemicals, get the best crop we can, reasonably priced for the consumer, and the best quality. We're very judicious in our use of the chemicals and pesticides that we have, and put the best quality produce that you can buy in the world on the table for them.